Now, DARPA's contributions to innovation extend well beyond canine war robots. GPS, surgical robots, even the internet itself all began as DARPA projects. Many of the agency's projects do turn into profitable commercial ventures. So what else is DARPA up to these days? We got a glimpse yesterday when one of their hypersonic planes went missing during a test. For more on what happened, I'm joined by Michael Belfiore, an expert on DARPA's innovative history and current projects. He is the author of The Department of Mad Scientists: How DARPA is Remaking Our World from the Internet to Artificial Limbs. He joins us live from Skype via Woodstock, New York. So, Michael, first of all, I want to hear about this hypersonic plane. What happened to it?
It probably spun out of control when the control system couldn't cope with the speed of 20 times the speed of sound, air rushing past it. And that's really what they were trying to do. They're trying to figure out how to control a vehicle through the atmosphere at that kind of speed. It's a very, very difficult problem. And in fact, it's a DARPA hard problem, which is what DARPA specializes in.
So when something like this happens, what do the experts, the engineers, the scientists at DARPA do? Do they go back to the drawing board? Do they figure out what happened and try again?
Yeah, this has been a decades-long effort to try to achieve the holy grail of air-breathing flight. So, you know, the fastest jet can only go about Mach 2. The fastest ever went Mach 3. And they're trying to go hypersonic, past Mach 5. In this case, they're going Mach 20 times the speed of sound. If they can do that, you can get anywhere from point to point on the planet within just a matter of hours, you know, anywhere from 1 to 4 hours.
Now, obviously, DARPA has come up with a lot of great ideas. What's the process, though, for turning something from an idea into a commercially viable venture or business?
It starts with an idea. So they basically have got an office building full of mad scientists coming up with crazy ideas. You know, let's have a robot walk like an animal. Or let's try to have air-breathing propulsion that goes as fast as a rocket. And then that idea gets approved usually, or often it's, in the case of the internet, certainly it's just a case of a program manager walking into a director's office saying, hey, can I have money for this program? They'll say yes, and then that person goes out and finds people like Boston Dynamics to go out and build it and see if it actually works.
How about things like the self-driving car? I rode in Google's robotic car. It was a great experience, but is that thing actually ever going to get on the road, and when?
I think so. I think that's a great example of DARPA fostering a technology that everyone thinks is crazy or impossible, like hypersonic flight, or in this case, self-driving cars, and putting out just a contest. This is what they did with the cars. They offered a prize to the cars that could go through a course and act like real cars that had humans behind them, but with no one behind the wheel. This has the potential to save tens of thousands of lives on our highways. And we're already seeing active safety features that came out of this development work in the cars that we can buy today, like self-parking or lane keeping or adaptive cruise control. These are all innovations that came out of this work by DARPA.
Quickly, Michael, if you could pick just one project that DARPA is working on right now that you're most excited about, what would it be?
I think it is, for me, the self-driving cars, autonomous vehicles. You know, over 30,000 people die on U.S. highways every year, and most of it's from distraction. It's pilot error, you know, driver error. If you have a car that can see its surroundings 360 degrees at every instant, never be distracted, and also, by the way, network with other cars on the highway, we'll see a lot fewer fatalities on the roads.
Michael, this is great stuff. We'll have to have you back to talk about it more. Thank you again for joining us today, though. Michael Belfiore, author of The Department of Mad Scientists. You can check out his work at michaelbelfiore.com.